Okay, people. Now today we're going to try something a bit different.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Fish in Southern Maryland. I'm your host David, and I have returned to Lake Lariat in southern Calvert County. I gotta say that it's been probably 4 or 5, maybe even 6 months since I've been here, and that's mainly because of what you see behind me. The lake is low, probably a good 6 to maybe even 8 feet low. I don't know if they're having problems with the dam or if they're trying to repair the dam or not. I haven't seen anything. If you know something because you're local, put it down in the comments section. I'd love to know what's happening. But I figured I'd give it a try this afternoon. Let's see how we do. Push off. And here we go. Now, I'm not always the most confident when I go out fishing that I'm going to catch fish. I like to catch fish, but sometimes it just doesn't work out. You know, if I catch 1 or 2, that's terrific. If I catch more than that, well, you see what I catch because I pretty much film all of the times I'm catching fish. Today, I'm not going into it looking to catch dozens of fish or anything. I'm just looking to catch some fish. Now, one of the nice things about fishing on a lake like this when it's drawn down is you get to see the structure. You get to see how the bank slopes down and how there might be a deep drop-off where fish might congregate and then rise up when the water is at the right height or the right depth. But that's one of the reasons why I want to come down here too. I wanted to investigate some of the areas where I catch fish the most while I'm here on Lake Lariat, see if they're still holding fish, and probably know that those are a deeper area that I can probably come back to later on in the year to give another try. So let's find out. I picked up these baits back in mid-March. I had to drive up to Clarion, Pennsylvania to pick up our son who had to come home from college due to the whole concern about COVID-19 and the coronavirus. I like to hit Walmarts in different areas to see what kind of baits they have. I figured a cricket, loads of fish like to eat crickets, various types of insects, so I figured I'd give them a try down here in Southern Maryland. I kind of featured them in my last video and everything. You probably saw it if you're subscribed. If not, why aren't you subscribed? But I'm going to give them a try here on Lake Lariat as well. Let's see how these crickets will do. So all I've done is I've just threaded it onto a size 8 sickle hook. I've got it under a piece of tin split shot, and we're going to cast it out and see how it does. As I hit when I come here to Lake Lariat, it's always this first, little pocket that comes out from the launch. You can see that the water is usually up another 4 or 5 feet, and it kind of drops off. But let's give this a try. We got our first fish of the day, and it is the mighty bluegill. Yep, just a nice bluegill. Caught up in this first area, kind of up near those branches. We'll snap a quick picture of him, and we'll let him go. I had to add another piece of split shot to get my cast out a little bit further because it's not a very heavy bait. I want it to be a little further from the boat. Oh, there's a bite. Let's put it back out there. There's one. And it's another bluegill. Something a little nicer. Just another bluegill. Number 3. Now I want you to look at something with me. We've got a pier coming out into the lake with that stump underneath of it. I've caught largemouth around that pier. I've caught catfish around that pier before. What we see there are two different things. We see the structure of the actual bottom of the lake coming out kind of at a slope, not very deep, but we also see cover. The cover, of course, is the fact that it's got a shaded area underneath of that pier, but it's also got that stump to be able to hide behind. Fish like cover and they like structure. If you can find areas like that, you should be able to find fish. Up here by this fallen tree. Oh my. Oh, sorry about that, buddy. A little largemouth. Species number 2. Probably got a little bit of a headache too, and I apologize for that, buddy. But he's gonna swim right off. He liked the cricket too. So not just panfish. Okay. Another area of deeper water. Another bluegill. Hook comes right out. Bluegill number 4. Another nice thing, of course, is you can find litter this way easy. Little Pepsi can. Got another. Oh, pretty bluegill, all lit up with color-wise. Can't remember if that's number 4 or number 5. I had one shake off, so I think that's number 4. That fish followed that in. I was reeling it in and I saw him coming towards it. I figured I'd stop and let him have a bite. If you look here, what you'll see is what I believe someone has built as a fish habitat. Let's get a closer look. I think what they did is they took some old plastic siding or something like that, and then they put it into planters with pieces of concrete or a little bit of concrete, and then dropped it in here so that they could get some fish habitats. Look at that one that's on the shoreline right there. They've got a base. Again, it looks like it's got a little piece of concrete on the bottom of it. And then those plastic sheaths, or whatever those are just coming out from it, creating some cover for the fish. Remember, stuff like that is cover, not structure. Back out there. There we go. I think we've got another largemouth, but he's a small one. He's a small fish after all. Okay, bud. I always like to approach this duck slowly. In years past, I've always had a lot of success right by this little pier or this little dock that these people have. Years ago, it used to have a Z on it, and I'd said I would go to the Z. I'm going to make sure I get to Z. When I get there, I'd find bluegill hand size. Nice size bluegill, red ear, an occasional bass. I think I hooked into a catfish one time under that dock, and it broke me off. I think the biggest reason why, of course, it does so well is because, I don't know if they still do, but I think people used to come down and throw scraps out into the water, and the fish just knew, hey, I can get a free meal there. So let's give that place a try now.
Well, he's not a hand-sized bluegill, but that's one right here beside the dock. He's fat. A little bigger one. Threw that one right in his mouth. There we go. Now that's what I'm talking about. I can get that out of there with my tweezers. Oh yeah. Let's stay back a little bit further. There we go. What have we got here? Another nicer size one. I think we need a picture of you, bud. Then we'll let you go. There he goes. Just floated over the area, so I don't know if I'll catch any more here. But we'll give it a try. So we still only have 2 species. Even though a couple of these bluegill have been kind of nice sizes. This one not so much.
If we think about this area, it's got the 3 things that fish are going to want. It's got an area of cover with the pier up there. They can get in out of there and get under the shade and then ambush things that come by. We've got structure as the lake comes down into an area of deeper water. And we've got food because, again, the people used to feed the fish here. You can find those 3 things, you're going to find the fish.
Guess what I see? That's one. And there's 2.
Okay, so no more fish after I picked up the tires, but I'm not disappointed because I had already caught enough fish in the first place. In fact, I have no idea how many I caught. I caught 2 species. I caught 2 small largemouth. I found 2 tires. So, you know, 2s is, I guess, a good thing. Really, there's 2 things that fish are going to relate to. I mean, yeah, they're going to need to find food and everything, but they're going to relate to the structure of the bottom of the lake. They're going to try to find spots where they can easily access shallow water or deep water. So they're going to kind of hang out in the in-betweens here and there. And then, of course, cover. That cover could be something natural, like a tree that has fallen down into the water, or it could be something like that man-made fish structure that we saw. Either of those things, if you can find them, usually you're going to do pretty well. Let me know in the comment section if you enjoyed the knowledge I tried to relay. It's been a while since I've been in front of my classroom. In fact, it's been over 2 months, and I felt like, as they say, dropping some science. I don't know. I'm a chemistry teacher. What do you expect? If you enjoyed the content, give me a thumbs up. If you thought the science knowledge or the stuff about structure and cover was too much, put it in the comment section. Let me know. And then next time I won't try to relay any of that type of information. Thanks for watching. Until next time, tight lines.